Be honest with me, did you forget about me until this moment?
No.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
That was not being honest with me. That's the opposite of what that is.
Of course.
What happened?
I'm ready.
Are you feeling okay?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah.
Whoa. Welcome to the with you, America's most favorite TCG podcast. I am, of course, joined by the man who allegedly smashed a fake Taylor Swift guitar this week, Josh.
Who?
The one who sells out more tickets than David Grohl every day, every week,
Josh,
every year.
Did you know George is going to 3 Taylor Swift shows in a row?
Yeah, I thought that's how he got issued the restraining order. Or sorry, the Taylor Swift signature.
It's absolutely insane.
What? Why? There's 3 different nights. I'm going there. I'm going to go.
Absolutely insane.
It'll be great. We're going to have fun. And I'm, of course, joined by Sorcery's #1 proxy creator, Louis DeGeorge.
And we are joined by somebody who is being forced to be here tonight, George.
That's true. That's all right. I'm in
look
North
like you're
Carolina.
in prison. You look like you're in prison.
That's how I feel every time I come to the state.
Yeah, it is the worst one for sure. Of all the Carolinas, it's the worst one.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We're bringing the energy tonight. I can already feel it.
They did have the Oreo Coke Zero still here though, and they're sold out by me, so that was a dub.
There you go. Everybody in the comment section loved your Coke Zero take the other day.
They're so good. Like the Oreo Coke Zero.
It sounds good.
I've yet to see it anywhere. I will try it if I can find it.
So they mostly still have them in cans. I think like the bottles are gone.
We are going to talk about the future of Commander, Wizards of the Coast grabbing a hold of the format. We're going to talk about Duskmourn failing and Louis being wrong. We're going to talk about Arthurian Legends. We're going to open up a booster box and do a first look. For me, I haven't opened a box yet, and I wanted to enjoy it with my friends Josh and George, and they hate this idea, but we're going to open a box.
Of watching you open a box.
It'll be my first look at it.
It's his only way to get us to watch his content, in his defense.
It'll be like the very first time I open a single pack on the podcast. That's cool. You guys are such buttheads about it. All right. Then we're going to talk about Lorcana getting Ultra Pro.
Ultimate card.
And then George wants to talk about MetaZoo, so I don't know. And then
George is going to make up a MetaZoo topic.
We have a
100%.
We have a
100%.
secret Shosh for everybody today.
A secret Shosh.
Let's get into the future of Commander. Is anybody surprised?
No.
Wizards of the Coast grabbing the format?
So there's one thing that surprised me. That the rules committee didn't reach out. We're right here. The 3 of us are right here. The fact that we didn't get reached out to, we didn't get a phone call, a little offensive.
Everything would be legal. I am total anarchy on this.
Yeah.
I am like, let your freak flag fly, Commander.
So I guess everybody knew this, but in typical Magic the Gathering fashion, I didn't. There's only 5 people on the rules committee. Did you know that before this, Josh?
I knew it was small. I could not have told you the
I thought
number.
it was 7.
I thought it was
there's
5.
been some people who have left it for various reasons. So,
Wait, what happened? What's the tea?
The guy who created it died.
Well, that's not scandalous. Like, you're allowed to die.
I never said it was scandalous.
Nobody said it was scandalous.
Nobody
you
said
did the scandalous look. That's not scandalous.
No, it's just like I didn't want to talk about somebody dying.
Yeah,
on the podcast.
it's not a great vibe to kick off the podcast with. Not great vibes.
Shout out to that dude and his family. Continue.
So I didn't realize there's only 5 people. It seems absolutely crazy to me to think that 5 people had control over the entire Magic the Gathering format. That seems like the dumbest way to do anything.
No, so it was the rules committee as well as the Commander Advisory Group, the CAG.
The CAG.
So it was the RC and the CAG. They
were like a pug. You gotta get your CAG together to have a pug.
I got so many messages about how dumb you guys are, which has made me feel very good.
It's like when George
made me feel good. That made me feel good. I got to admit. However, it was a 2-part body, right? Much like our government, it existed and didn't do anything.
I mean, it did quite a bit. Did you guys see I accidentally put my my Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypts through the wash?
That was the biggest
What?
blatant content move I've ever seen in my life.
No, it was my mom. I had when Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus and Dockside got banned, I pulled all of ours off the inventory, and and Joey pulled them because he pulls my. I just made like an in-store pickup order. That's how I get things off the inventory because I'm too lazy to go there and remove them. And so Joey pulled the card. Joey pulled the cards for me. He gave them to me, and I had a crazy, rough, long weekend. And I put those in my pocket. And my mom came in town this weekend, and she like randomly did laundry for us. She like shrunk my wife's pants, and she washed my shirt that had pre-ban $800 worth of cards in it.
So you lost.
Can we talk about how
$800 the hard way?
I mean,
and at 32, your mom's doing your laundry. That's the bigger takeaway.
My mom did my laundry once.
That was the least surprising thing of that video.
32 years old, your mom is doing your laundry.
Yeah. Your mom stopped doing it, so yeah. Well, this was
was waiting for it.
Hope you have how's chlamydia.
Did you just? Okay, let's not get into that. All right, so then the rules committee goes away, and they get a bunch of death threats, and they go away, and so now
really the internet overreacted to something on the TCG. Never would have guessed this.
So now the commander format is being given to the game design team of Wizards of the Coast, and they present this idea of a 4-tier system for commander.
It's content, dude. It's such perfect content. Tier list all the things. Always tier list all the time.
I hate tier lists.
It's so free. It's so free.
Josh, give me your thoughts on this. Is this any different than splitting the commander format into 4 formats? Is this not fancy language to say there are now 4 commander formats?
Break that down for me. I don't follow how you're getting 4 commander formats out of this.
Because there's going to presumably be essentially 4 different bands.
Oh, you're saying no. Absolute. I don't know, because then was there 10 formats beforehand?
Why? Because of the power level?
Yeah, you're gonna play your tier 2 deck against a tier 3 deck. Like it's just gonna happen.
So you don't think stores will be like, hey, we're gonna have tier 2 commander night on this night, and tier 3 commander night on that night, and tier 4 commander night on that night?
Sure. I think that's something that can happen, but commander, that what happens at the store event that tries to sanction a tier 3 commander night is not the direction of commander, in my opinion. It's like the stores that tell you can't use any proxies and all of these cards are banned and you can't go. Like, that's not representative of commander either. I think it's going to continue to be exactly what we have right now with the power level, with one exception. CEDH. That's the big unknown.
So
I think this is actually going to change the format a lot. That's going to be I'm going to go on the limb here. I know I'm alone in the world.
No, I'm closer to you than
I think I'm alone in the world here. I think you're. Yeah,
I think this is going to drastically change the format, and I think it's going to be really bad for the game.
That's kind of where I land on this, to be honest.
Like, I think that this is WotC doesn't make decisions in a vacuum, from my hunch. No. And so they make it based. They anybody with 4 brain cells, I think, could come to the conclusion that they look at data related to market price as well. And so, like, I tend to think this is going to change the way they This is going to change the way people interact with Commander in probably a less healthy way. Now, I don't think it's going to be horrific, but I do think I think there's going to be some learning curve here.
So I think the comment section would say something along the lines of this, that
then they'd be wrong because it's the comment section.
There's no difference between what they are doing and the power level conversation that happened before. The only difference is 10 numbers instead of 4. And I disagree with that, because when you have a casual fan created format that says, hey, have a discussion in a Rule Zero conversation at the beginning, talk about the decks, and make sure everybody's okay playing. That is a lot different than Wizards of the Coast saying these cards in this deck force it to be a tier 4 deck. These cards in this deck force it to be a tier 3 deck. And I think it is going to set up much firmer conversations that feel like the difference between Pioneer and Modern and Standard, and it feels like the difference of a format rather than just simply, hey, I'm playing a little bit more powered deck. Because I think if people are gonna be like, no, that's a tier 4 deck, you can't even play that in this table, basically is what I think people are gonna do.
Well, what's stopping people right now? I mean, you said it yourself. I've come to the table, my decks are all 8s, but if everyone else is playing a 5, I tell them I'm not going to play my fast mana, I'll just hold it, I'll play it poorly, yada yada. What's stopping that from happening with this exact same system?
I think I think when it comes from the top, when it comes from the creators of the game, it makes it different. It feels more of a
it's no longer a fan creation.
Yeah, it's no longer an organic fan created thing that doesn't have like strong rules. More it's more of a suggestion previously to now it's going to be seen as this is a rule. And especially if Wizard starts printing decks that are like, this is your Commander Precon and it's a tier 1 deck. This is a Commander Precon that's a tier 4 deck, and they really hone it in. Which I think is what they're going to end up doing. Of course, they're going to end up charging $350 for a tier 1 commander deck instead of.
You mean a high level one, a tier 4?
Yeah, tier 4. So instead of I think frankly it's smart for them because it hasn't worked very well. Is the collector decks, the Modern Horizons 3 collector decks, the what's it called, collector decks? Like those have not been super well received by the vast majority of the people. Like people are not buying those. Those do not fly off the shelf.
What?
The supply is terribly small, and most of they just don't sell very much.
It's a collector's deck,
but it's meant to be. It's meant to be a small supply.
Right, but it doesn't really make Wizards any additional revenue or money. Like it's such a small, minute compared to the main set. So if instead of having a collector deck, now you have a Modern Horizons 4 tier 4 deck, and then you have your precons that are tier 1.
Well,
I think that's what they're going to.
I don't think that would be weird to me if Duskmourn came out and they had a tier 3 series set of decks and a tier 1 series set of decks. That would be weird. I don't, but you could convince me that every standard set, Duskmourn, Bloomborough, Outlaws, those are all tier 1 deck sets. And then your Commander Masters drops and they're like, hey guys, these are tier 3, right? And they're expensive.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll, and that would be weird. And I think that would be a failure. And if they do it, you could tell me, World, I see that path. It makes sense. But the joy of the Commander deck sets right now is that's the way to experience a release. Like we always talk about, like we're going to talk about with Sorcery. Your way to experience a release with Magic is pre-release. And then after that, go buy the set of decks and sit down with your friends because everyone plays Commander and you play in a pod, right? And if you start splitting that up, we see a lot of what we saw with the product diversity where everyone was split going all these different ways. And now with 2 lines of product, we're back together. That would be a failure, but I don't see that coming in the near future.
Yeah. So I guess we just see it like differently. Like I think like they're going to when they get their hands on it, they typically go pretty far with it. And frankly, if I was Wizards, what I would do, and I said this last week, I said this that the rules committee should do this. They should have CDH and they should have a ban list for CDH, and then they should say Commander is nothing. You play whatever cards you want. Maybe you keep the original reserve list, Lotus, that kind of stuff banned, the Power 9s banned, and that kind of thing. And you let Commander be organic, fan driven, fan created conversation at your table, and then you make a format out of CDH that is a meta and you make sure that it has a diverse meta and ecosystem. And I think that's the way I would handle it. But I think they're going to take the fun out of Commander by putting you in a
I
box.
think that might overstate it. Like I think what's
No,
gonna
that's your
happen.
side, George. Stay on the side.
I think they're gonna use market forces in ways that I don't think are super healthy for the format. But I mean, I'll be surprised if they make Commander not fun, mainly because like they have absolutely every financial interest to make it fun.
I don't think they can. Commander has already proven, and I'm not saying it wouldn't be bad in the short term, but we've already proven, hey, Wizard of the Coast says something, we don't need to listen to what you say, right? So if they take this too far, you could tell me where the Commander community is like, yeah, we don't care. We're not going to listen to what you say. We're just not going to do it.
See, I don't think that happens.
Well, wow, you're both wrong tonight. This is great.
How were we both wrong? I just disagreed with him.
Well, you were like, they're going to kill the format. It won't be fun anymore. And Josh is like, that's because nobody's going to listen to them.
Well, no, I said that's a
listen to
possible outcome if they take it too far.
People will listen to them, but it will still be fun.
The problem, Josh, is if 50% of the people listen to them and 50% don't listen to them, when you go to the table, the people who say no, we're listening to the commander are going to win automatically because like they're quote unquote right. You know what I mean? So then the rest they are like following the rules is certainly the.
What are these air quotes? Like they're not following the rules. They're following the rules. Like what are you air quoting?
Because the dissension has already started. He's proving my point. They're not going to listen.
Sorcery cards, and now he knows how to use air quotes. I'm sorry, Louis.
That's pretty good.
I hope you like my avatars. It's a collector piece.
That's wild that the sorcery community is already jumping on the proxy bandwagon. Crazy.
Oh boy. I just want to open this box. Can we keep going on the magic to get to the sorcery, please?
I think you could open it. Wait, are you gonna show your proxies this week at least, or no?
No, they're at the place.
Let's vote in the comment section if you think this is the second time that both other co-hosts walk off the screen during the podcast.
I already threatened it.
You already threatened it. I said that you can't do that. I was so pissed that day. I was so pissed. That was like the absolute worst thing that either of you have ever done on the podcast.
I was very clear that I was going to get my coffee.
Yeah, Josh.
I was very clear that I didn't want to listen to that BS anymore.
Josh leaving me on myself on the podcast was the worst.
I even waited till the Pokemon section to get you through sorcery that day.
You could have turned it into a guess the card, win the card, buddy. You could have monetized it. That's your failure.
That's true.
Any other thoughts on this? How long do you think they take to figure this out?
I think they take their sweet time.
Really?
Yeah. Listen, I just
think it will take a while.
I think the Hornet's Nest
I'm on an island tonight. This is great. I'm on an island.
The Hornet's Nest that is the Commander community just got smacked around. You could tell me where they're like, hey, let's take a cool down period here. Nobody say anything. Let people play Magic.
How are you going to take the guy who has 15 commander decks, right? How are you going to take this and put it into 4 different categories and be like, that guy has to look at each one of his deck lists and figure out exactly what power level it is based on the criteria? That's
fair. Asking Louis to read his cards, you know what? This isn't going to work.
Like I don't know, man. Like what happens when you show at a table and like I don't know. I don't think this works. Okay, so here's the other thing people are talking about is this is going to create tiered like a tiered environment of the financial ecosystem. So your tutors, right? If Vampiric Tutor is tier 4, then all of a sudden something like a Grim Tutor becomes the best tutor in tier 1. So you're going to see the Grim Tutor's price go up as a result.
I think that's likely, and that's my fear with it.
I think it's like bad. Like I think this is a legitimately bad decision on their behalf. I think it's weird and bad. Well, like your deck is the power level of your deck is not dependent on a small number of cards.
So that, and they already gave an example of this, and the community already said, "Hey, you're playing a 4 fun deck that has Ancient Tomb. Yeah. Why is that a tier 4?" And there's already been pushback of, oh, we just won't consider that a tier 4.
So then, why have the list then?
Why have the power level number discussion when you say every one of your decks is an 8, when they definitely vary in power level?
This is why it should be a casual, fun format that doesn't have rules, because it doesn't make sense.
How long do we have the power level discussion?
When you take something and you put it into 4 categories, you can't say my deck's a 7, it'll be okay. And what am I supposed to do? Because that's what I say every time.
The 3 will just be a 7. Everything's going to be a 3. I don't know how you don't get... Everything's just going to be a 3.
That's fair.
Every single thing.
I think as a store, I will probably take and run Commander Nights and switch it up and be like, this is going to be tier 1 Commander Night. This is going to be tier 3 Commander Night. I think there's actually some interesting things you can do with that. My child's here.
So, hold on. So the guy ruining the Commander format by saying there has to be a tier 1 night, no Ancient Tomb allowed, no matter how fun your deck is. That's you.
But I'm saying, like, if they're gonna do that, I think that's the play as an LGS, is to make different nights. So you have that power level discussion for the players. Yeah, there's only 64 minutes left. Okay.
So I think it's clear what you're against here is the tier list thing. We spent a bunch of time on the tier list. What do you think about Wizards of the Coast just taking over Commander?
I think that's fine. But I think, again, I already told you what I think they should do. I think they should have control over their format. I think the rules committee banning the top percentage of the cards was a mistake, and that if I was Wizards, I would be like, what are you guys doing? That's our flagship card for our flagship set.
Yeah.
We don't want that banned. And so I think they should have control over their game. I think it was stupid for them to give that to anybody. Well, I think they should do less with it. I think they should do nothing with the Commander format. Basically, they should just let the community do it.
In fairness, and I correct me if I'm wrong on the history, the rules committee formed almost to prevent Wizards of the Coast from ever taking control of it.
Yeah,
and so they were like, hey, and then this transition happened because, again, we can get tinfoil hat theory, which was weird that last week you didn't want to have conspiracy theories. That really let me down.
Dude, I don't have Twitter. I deleted Facebook.
Yeah,
I deleted Instagram.
I don't like
I have zero social media. I have Reddit. That's it.
Okay, good. So we're still here. We're back.
No,
I was worried for a second. George, don't worry, buddy. We're back.
Josh, I'm a Magic content creator. I need Reddit. Where am I going to make my videos from?
That follows.
Wait, I need to get Reddit. Is that why? Is that why I'm not bumping?
You read it 8chan, so you can get it the day before Louis does it. Then, like, all Louis does is copy my content.
That's already my flagship take. I can't. I've got no other bullets in the gun.
It's been 3 games since you started that. Since you said that,
has it? I didn't say you copied my content from the other game. So
okay.
But remember, this was given to Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, stop it.
Right?
Boo.
Come on, let's do the conspiracy theory thing. Come on, do
this
it.
Was clearly set up the second those cards were banned.
Hey,
these cards were banned, knowing full well what the next stop was.
Oh, hold on, wait, whoa!
I like that conspiracy. I do like that one.
That one runs deep. I don't know about that one.
That the rules committee didn't want to do it anymore, so they
banned the cards to force the format to be handed over.
Yup.
I don't know if I like that one.
I like that one a lot. I'm a big fan of that take.
Like banning some of the most used and most valuable cards. Geez, who would have thought that a group of nerds would overextend themselves and be furious at that and say stupid things?
Also, 2 cards that weren't really on the radar.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's fine. I wish they
had some teeth. They own their own stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish that about a lot of the
when you get death threats, when you get banned, you go back on the podcast next week and you tell everybody to go screw themselves.
I don't know.
That's how you handle it, folks.
You and the rules committee had a very similar experience, George. That's fair.
I wasn't talking about me.
Okay. Let's move on before we make light of death threats, George.
Do we think they were real death threats?
There were definitely death threats.
Really?
Yes. Let's not downplay that. It was ridiculous behavior.
Can I say, like, if you're saying death threats to people, if you're even sending like angry emails to people on the rules committee, you need to find God quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything personally sent to anybody is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. It's a bunch of cardboard. Like you took away my piece of cardboard I wanted to play with. It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
All right. Speaking of taking away things, Duskmourn, Josh says
it collapsed. Josh said it was collapsing.
Josh said it's collapsing and dead. Word for word. What he
nailed
said.
it.
Verbatim.
Boxes are at 225 for collector boxes, which seems pretty typical.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
so
now that you're done and nobody believes you, the statement was definitely didn't beat Bloomburrow.
Oh, I misunderstood this.
That's not surprising.
We're still early, aren't we? What's the sales?
I love
your
you
fancy
don't
website?
understand how data works in the slightest.
I
want you to know, Louis, that is my favorite thing about you. That literally Josh has been on the podcast.
I'm not rehashing it. We're not really getting into it this week. When you compare pre-sales, Bloomburrow pre-sold more. And that's incredible.
Share the numbers. Tell me the numbers.
We tried to go over this last week. It hurt. I think I saw smoke coming out of your ear.
I don't remember that conversation.
I think there was smoke coming out of your ears. It was volatile.
The boxes are the same price. They're both $225. You guys know the only thing I care about is the value of the box, right? Like
I do know that.
That is
something 1K.
That is the only thing that matters in my view of these boxes. I just want to make sure you both are on the same page with that, right?
I am very well aware of how you evaluate TCGs.
Okay.
Let's keep that in mind for the remainder of the sections of this podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't know. It's definitely less hype than Bloomburrow. I will give you that.
You just fought me for 5 minutes on the same statement.
I did not fight you.
You definitely just did.
I said, show me the data. And you said, no. It is definitely less hype.
Supporting you hurts sometimes.
I will say people are still excited to open cool cards. And that's good. What? What? I admit that I lost.
You know what? Hold on. You know what? That's my take too. I want to when a set comes out, I'll be like, you know what? People like opening fun cards.
Yeah, but this was not Murders at Carla Manor. Like this was a successful Magic set. It just wasn't set of the year. Like Bloomburrow won, and I was wrong. I'll admit that.
Okay.
But I think even in Murder, people still like opening cool cards.
You think
there was no part of opening of Murders at Carla Manor where people
Murders at Carla Manor play boxes are back to $100, bud.
Yeah,
the rebound.
That's because the EV is insane because
the
nobody's
apology
opening it.
Better be as loud as the disrespect.
Murders at Carla Manor has insane EV right now.
Yeah.
Like
you know why?
One person on this podcast has been shouting that into a microphone.
You've literally never said that.
I have talked about how the land cycle and the playable commanders in that card, and that's at every single time we talk about it.
Yeah,
I talk about the dig lands every chance I get.
Yeah, that's not what I said. You've never said anything about the EV. That you said you've been shouting that from the rooftops. You've never said anything about the EV. Like, and the reason that the lands are expensive is because nobody wants to open the boxes because there's literally nothing else in there.
The reason the lands are expensive is because they're played in literally every format.
Yeah, but and the supplies,
okay, sorry, Pauper, which isn't a real format. I don't see a Pauper rules committee. In your face.
Louis, get on that. Louis, get on that.
The supply is also low because nobody wants to open Murders because the set sucks.
So it's a set with extremely high EV, crazy playable cards and low supply?
Yeah.
Sounds like a banger.
Yeah. I don't think the supply is low. The supply is not any lower, but the supply of singles is low.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I follow. I got you. Yeah. Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure you just said the supply was low.
So like when you have like Bloomburrow, you had the shiny gold cards, right? And Duskmourn, you have the Pokemon confetti foil whatever. people open way more boxes to try to get those cards, and that drives the prices of singles down. So you can actually, it has an adverse effect because the more boxes are open, the lower the singles prices, and then the lower the EV. Like Duskmourn and Bloomburrow EV is pretty low because so many people are opening it, and it's so focused on those big hits. If you don't hit one of those big cards, you lose a lot of money. Whereas Murders at Karlov Manor, like every single box you open is going to have 4 or 5 of the lands, but nobody wants to open it because if you want those lands, you're gonna buy the lands and not spend $100 in the box. Anyway, but
I mean, yeah, but there's other factors, right? Like if you want the cards and it's a crazy popular set and only those ones are hits and all the other cards suck, I guess that works. But like Outlaws of Thunder Junction still has a decent box price and a good EV because there's cards in there, crazy chase cards that people want, but a lot of other good playables as well. So
Outlaws is a great set. Murder sucks. Anyway, and the limited
gross oversimplification of Murders. Karlov Manor, I got you.
Limited environment was fun. It's a fun set to play. It was
Duskmourn or Murders? Because you banged on them. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
I'm going back to Duskmourn. Like it was fun, but it wasn't as like there's nothing as much fun as playing Trash Pandas in Bloomburrow. It is so much fun.
Bloomburrow was a lot of fun. I liked Duskmourn because it felt the entire pre-release experience felt hyper mid-rangey, which is like grinding back and forth Magic. Do you know what I mean? Like that was fun. I like that.
And everyone's fighting for the what's the mechanic? The 4 things in your graveyard.
Delirium? Yeah.
Delirium. Everyone's fighting for that, and the control decks are trying to prevent you from getting Delirium, and like there's this back and forth to have things in your graveyard or not. Like it's fun. It's a good set and a fun format, but you're right. It's not Bloomburrow, and it's not set of the year.
Can we be clear? It doesn't have to be. It's still a successful Magic release. Remember when standard Magic sets just all sucked?
Yeah, I like being right though, and that's the problem.
Yeah, you got to stop making YouTube videos.
Yeah. Oh man. But anyway, I think it's a decently successful set. The commander decks haven't sold super well either.
So they just picked up on, at least on TCG Player for sales, the commander deck sets in the last like week have really picked up in sales. I don't know what the catalyst is. I have no information as to why, but in the last week, the set of 4 really just started popping off out of nowhere.
It could be happening on TCG Player because like stores haven't had much of a resupply. Like I can't really get decks right now. So if your LGS is out and all of a sudden you want your deck, you go to TCG Player and buy it, and that might be part of it.
Yeah, and like the set of 4 still remains. I mean, it again, just in the online ecosystem, a good buy. You're getting not quite a deck free, but close.
Yeah, almost always.
Yeah. It's just the way to experience every standard release is get a couple friends together, buy a deck set, and then like you're going to get all the mechanics. Someone will get a more powerful deck, but everyone will kill them, so it'll be fine. Like,
I agree with that until they make the decks be tier 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so then you can't even play them in a pod of 4.
What a design! If they made 4 commander decks per release, 1 of each tier, what a design failure!
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, can we go to Arthurian Legends now?
Yeah, this is where we go.
I'd be looking forward to watching you open a box on.
Yeah,
I don't understand why you guys think that's like so terrible.
Such horrific content.
It's not. It's
us watching you open a box.
I thought it would be fun to experience the set together.
We're not experiencing it together. Your experience.
You didn't send us a third of a box.
I literally got these boxes this morning. There
changes nothing I just said.
Changes something I just said. You could have flown it out.
Pretty. Look at that.
Look at where's the boxes?
I don't have them with me.
Are we all opening boxes?
Absolutely beautiful. All right, do you guys want to know about the card quality? You guys want me to do a bend test for you and that kind of thing?
So, are we opening boxes?
Yep.
George, you got something?
I have nothing here.
You guys are going to open. We're going to have competing box openings here.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
We should just do this in every section. So void sticker there. The box has now been opened. This is the first Arthurian Legends box I've ever opened. There's a box topper. The Templar. I think this is new. I can't read it. Play draw state. The first knight, sir, or dame you cast each turn costs 1 less. Let's see what's in the box upper pack. Oh man, is that going to be the?
I can't believe you have 2 cameras going right now, and neither of them are interesting.
You're such a dick. You guys,
That's a really good one. I'm really proud of that one. That was really good.
Heaven forbid my friends just have fun with me, right? Wow. So
we
you
can't even
get
see the cards.
yes, you
Terrible
can.
content.
What do you mean you can't see the cards? There's a druid. That's a new one.
I like how you promised me you weren't going to show every card and read every card.
This is the box topper. Here's Bruin that you tap and summon. You can put a bear out.
Promise me.
Bruin takes damage. Tawny.
You promised.
Some Rebel. The Lance rules and a foil. Ooh, they made the artist card foil. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Gosh, you're such a douche.
What do you think that says about the game that they made that card foil, Louis?
That they care about the artists.
Yeah, that's why I interpret it too.
Is that why you know Magic cares about the artist? Because they gold stamp.
Wow, look at that card, George. Wow.
Is that a dumpster fire?
The funeral pyre.
It is.
It's a dumpster fire.
It's this podcast, not a card. I knew May the Zuby with you would get a shout out in Arthurian Legends. I knew it. I knew it. Simon, you nailed it.
The one card I care about, you're not reading. What
does
the dumpster fire do?
The dumpster fire. Oh my gosh. Why is my camera all of a sudden being a douche?
Did a fourth wall effect?
It's a funeral,
put it down a MetaZoo card?
Funeral pyre. Banish up to 3 cards from one cemetery. All right, my first elite is the major city. I can't get over that this camera's not working. Of all the days, major
all
city,
the days.
elite minions cost 1 less to cast on this site.
I don't see any minions on that though.
So there's going to be curios in here, and we're going to have no tax collector. There's going to be no blue.
Yeah, I don't like that card.
Boo. Let's rip the tax collector.
Do it.
Let's see. Oh, the card quality is exactly the same. Everybody.
Is it black core?
Yeah. Watch that be a curio.
God, that would be good content. That would be good content.
Charge. The art's good. Field laborers. Lots of sites in the ordinary. So they definitely changed that. So you get a lot of sites.
I think you're missing an ASMR opportunity here.
Why?
To talk about the beauty of the cards as you open them.
The cards are so beautiful. The cards are so amazing.
This is not a good idea with a beard. It keeps rubbing on the microphone and sticking.
Warhorse.
The hell? Wait.
It's a horse that goes to war, George. It's not hard.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah. Sisters of
I don't have good eyes.
Attack by night. Another site. We got an elite site pack. Speculation.
Is that an aqueduct?
Units cannot traverse the site
or just a bridge
order on the ground. That's an elite.
It's just a bridge. Don't worry, guys. It's not an aqueduct.
The cards feel very similar to. I mean, they feel exactly the same.
Where are they made?
They're made in China. It says on the bottom of the box.
The same place.
Genesis, you may destroy all weapons and armor nearby. Bonfire.
Wait, are they doing shout out to Dead Card Games?
Oh, that
would be a great set.
This is the Seb McKinnon's brother's artwork. I'm sure he has a name, but I'm just gonna call him Seb McKinnon's brother.
I like that.
You can tell how much they care about the artist.
I like that the surprise was the cards are printed on the same paper at the same place and they feel the same.
Oh, we got our first foil, everybody.
Who could have foreseen this coming?
Our first foil.
I had no idea.
I know you're really Yellow Knight.
That's the P Knight.
That's the one.
The one for P.
Grand Old Boar.
It's George.
Has charge if there are dead squeakers. And we have our first foil. Magic. It's an exceptional. To find the exceptional among you guys think the backs are going to be full art? You want to make a bet?
Yes. Full art.
Yeah.
How many times during that knighting process do you think the person was just like, and cut off your head?
On accident.
Not zero.
Not zero. That's
it's not zero.
Yeah. Definitely accidental killing. Ooh, the owl.
Oh, I don't think accidental. I'm thinking on purpose.
Oh, really?
You think here's a new knight. Let me kill you.
Well, I don't. What if I'm forcing it? What if it's a political knighting and I don't like him?
Stone Rain. Josh, do you like that card in Magic?
I just ordered actually some beta stone rains because I like them.
We got our first unique, everybody. Sir
I'll be right there.
Pellis.
Give me 1 second.
What was that?
Somebody just walked into the warehouse. I told them I'll be right there to give me a second.
Oh, no, you can't leave.
I'm going to be 1 second. You guys will be okay.
Is there Arthurian Legends?
Josh will
I
leave
can
me
still
too.
hear you.
Is there Arthurian Legends in your warehouse?
I'm afraid of when you leave, you're gonna leave. Oh wait, we got double.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
he turned off his camera.
Is this a curio? We have 2 Finwives.
More importantly, is George driving right now? Is he shirtless?
Do you
Does he
think
turn off his camera?
is this going to be a curio?
What would the curio be? What's different about him? Well, now it's heavily played curio. HP.
We got 2 of the same card in the pack.
Oh, start the duplication
Okay.
rumors.
Can you just let him out of your room and then I'll come up and get him soon? Cool. Thank you.
Simon.
I don't think that's a
drastically
curio. They're the same.
Drastically disappointed with the number of sharks so far, and start the duplication rumors.
We got another foil.
Is it a shark?
It's not that long.
No, it's not that long, honey.
Daddy.
Can you go back to bed, hon?
That's an X.
We got the axe.
Yeah.
The Grim Disarm. Bear takes and deals double strike
Yeah.
damage.
Can I leave my door open?
Double
Sure.
strike.
You can leave your door open. Go on up. Go back.
Oh,
Foil. Yeah, that's fine, honey.
oh,
Let
oh,
us stray.
oh,
Dad,
What, honey?
oh,
so
oh.
there's a question.
Wasn't a curio. We got another text here.
I accidentally put my pumpkin and my ghost, but I got some.
Was that the happiest moment of your life
And I put.
when you didn't rip a curio?
So I can go in my room.
Okay.
This way.
Sounds great.
I won't do anything else.
All right, honey.
Was it a curio or is it gets bad duplication?
It was just bad. It was just duplication.
Just
Tournament
duplication.
rounds.
Start the rumors,
exceptional
George.
to settle the score. Anyone may cast knights, sirs, or dames. I love that art.
So, okay, I don't care about this much anymore. I want to talk
Anymore.
about something else.
Anymore, he cared about it before.
So I'm in North Carolina and I'm here for a startup.
Mhm.
And the CEO let me borrow his car today. My car had to go get some stuff done. And he has a Tesla Plaid.
My dad has that.
Oh my God.
Did you go fast?
So it's not even- I'm not a fast driver.
We got another
Like,
sir. We got another
You-
sir.
Did you wear a shirt?
Louis, we're trying to have a conversation here.
Did you-
Immortal. Lance?
Did you wear a
unpack
shirt?
Your turn. 3-5.
I did. It was in his car. It was also very leathery.
So that's the line. If it's someone else's car, you'll
I
wear a
will
shirt.
not be shirtless in somebody else's car unless it's Louis.
Dude, look at that
And
art.
then what are you
Then I
doing?
will also be pantsless.
Okay.
I'm in.
So it's not a matter of like how fast you go. It's a matter of your
How
acceleration.
How fast you go fast? Yeah.
Oh my God. It was so fracking fun.
Haven't you ever watched?
It's less fun when it's your delusional dad driving.
Haven't you ever watched Silicon Valley when he
Yeah.
buys the Tesla?
God, can I say Silicon Valley
Yeah,
is such
underrated.
an underrated show?
Underrated.
It is like an S tier show that gets credit for being like a B tier show.
Silicon Valley is not an S tier show. It is an S plus tier show.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
It's above S tier show.
100%.
If I had to pick, hey, what's your favorite show, and you can't name just a mainstream show, it might be Silicon Valley. South
I think
Park
it's actually
had
better
history.
the league.
Silicon
It's better
Valley's
the
pretty
league.
good. I'll
The
give you that.
league. Oh, George, your taste in shows is so good. Your taste in TCGs is so bad. What happened?
Shout out to the zoo.
All right.
What?
And
That's you guys are boring and I'm not enjoying this. So we're gonna move on.
no, Louis,
No,
you keep
I'm not-
opening your box.
I'm not
So help me
enjoying it.
God.
I wanted to
Louis,
enjoy it with you
open
guys.
Your, box.
Your camera's
Take your
freaking out.
Yeah,
medicine.
and my
Yeah.
camera's freaking out and my daughter needs water.
Louis,
So we're gonna
take
move
your
on.
medicine.
No. We're gonna move on. Which one of these
I'm
is
gonna
my
I'm gonna
camera?
open a box if you don't open a box.
You don't
Josh,
have
you're
boxes.
opening.
Open the rest of that for me then.
All right, let's move on to
It's my box.
What?
The rest. Wait, we're not
No, we're
moving
having
on.
a great conversation.
No,
about Silicon
also my
Valley,
daughter needs
about
water,
Tesla.
so it's gonna happen. It's just I wanted this to be a fun experience for me, and I'm just gonna do it by myself later.
I
and
was
it'll be as
having a
much
very
fun.
fun experience
Oh, you're not having
talking with Josh about cars and
Buddy, we can't-
TV shows.
We were very in. We talked about things. I was making jokes, but we can't go pack by pack and have something witty
I
for
did
every
it.
single
I'm not
pack.
mad. My daughter needs water. We're gonna talk about Lorcana and Ultra Pro.
Great. So, like Josh, I also had the full self.
I don't think he's. I think he's cutting this.
That's fine. I don't really hear that much. He had the full self driving.
Oh, nope, I'm out.
So can I tell you this? I
I'm
was
out.
very impressed.
I'm out.
Really? You don't do a self-driving thing?
No.
Really?
No. I think it stems from the motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
I-
That motorcycle wasn't self-driving.
No, but that was a moment where I had no control over the situation and almost died. And I just won't do that again.
So I will say, I was very impressed with the self-driving. Like it
Oh, I hate the self-driving.
I won't do it.
It did the nudge. Have you used the newest one though, Louis?
Yeah, my dad's got the plaid and all the new stuff. It's too slow. It drives like a grandpa.
They have different settings though. No, the new one's great. The new software's great.
It's horrible.
I was blown away. And they had the yoke.
I had lunch with a SpaceX employee last week. It's an old friend of mine moved to California and works at SpaceX. And absolutely fascinating. He is the guy who was responsible for mounting the camera on the. He engineered and created the mount that goes on the second rocket. So the video you see, he created. I mean, he's just like in charge of it. He didn't make the camera, but he made the mount that holds it onto the rocket, and that's pretty cool.
So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
why is he not on this podcast?
I know, right? He like quit. He quit and he's
The
biking.
podcast?
No, he quit SpaceX and now he's
Oh.
like bike riding across America. Like 4,500 miles.
I'm going to give you all something to mock me for because there's so little to mock me for, so I'm going to give it to you. I have like this very weird bucket list item if I want to do the.
You want to learn how to ride a bike?
No, I will never ride a motorcycle.
No, he's bike riding.
He's bike riding.
Oh, biking.
Biking. He
I will
is
never do that
currently in St. Louis. He started in LA and he's currently not St. Louis. Yeah, maybe St. Louis. I don't know.
That's a lot of nothing to bike through.
Yeah.
I did a fundraiser for the American Heart Association in undergrad where they biked from Canada to the Gulf.
Yeah. Go by.
Can I say that Missouri is now my least favorite state of the union by a mile?
It's called misery for a reason.
Yeah, it was like 10,000 degrees and nothing else was there.
Yeah, so what's this embarrassing goal that you've set for yourself?
I want to do the northern U.S. road trip thing where you go to like all the state parks. You go to Yellowstone, you go to all of them.
Oh, well, that's lame.
I know it is.
That's lame.
I have hit the age.
Oh, look,
where
I
I'm
want
allowed
to see
wanna do
rocks
that, I
and
think.
trees, and now I want to see different rocks and trees. Like, no,
Yeah,
cool stuff.
I have hit the age where I'm allowed to want to do that, I think.
Ever since I went to Iceland, I have no desire to see nature. It's like also
You are full of big timing tonight. This is great.
Yeah,
This is the movie I love. This is big timing
yeah.
movie.
Hey,
Yeah.
other people who don't have Arthurian Legends, watch me open half of off and then just throw the other half away because I'm just done with it. This is what I do. It's like a sandwich.
Big timing.
I just throw it in the garbage.
Will you please
Oh.
sign my proxy sorcery card when you send it to me?
Oh, I have a Louis signature, George. I got
would
you. I'll
like-
sell it to you for $20,000.
I would like to apologize to the listeners this week. I don't have it in me to deal with these two this week, so I'm just letting them go. I would like to talk about Lorcana and
Deal with
Ultra Pro.
us. You're welcome for the content, buddy.
You're welcome for the content.
Speaking of things that don't matter, Lorcana Ultra Pro.
Wait,
What-
I don't care about that. I need to say something. I want to give a huge shout out to Donald for welcoming us back to this topic. Big props to Donald. You're back to best friend status.
I agree.
I want to open the rest of that sorcery box.
You have a
Yes.
Lorcana box you can open, Josh? That'd be great content.
I do. I have several. And none that I want to open.
Okay, get whatever you need. My daughter will not go to sleep tonight.
So they're
she
doing
refuses.
they're doing the Ultra Pro binders and deck boxes.
Okay, I gotta say, Ultra Pro loses the Magic license and is making Lorcana things because they need it right now. Ultra Pro sucks, dude.
Wait.
Ultra Pro's great.
No, they're not.
Ultra Pro's amazing.
Ultra
Well,
Pro.
what? I thought we were doing.
terrible.
I thought we were going to say this was Ultimate Guard.
Oh yeah, for Donald.
No.
Yeah, because Donald told us it was Ultimate Guard, and we had
Donald
to,
told us
we
not
had to
to
do the
steer off the
research.
topic.
We
Donald
had to
told
do our
was
research.
Very clear that we're on a very short leash.
All right, good night, honey. I love you.
I love you
Ultra Pro
too.
is great. And I'm also proud of them for keeping the former MetaZoo sleeve makers in business by not switching over to their sleeves.
So let me get this straight. MetaZoo had a deal with Ultra Pro?
No,
Okay.
I like Lorcana's like stuff is like not great quality, but it's
No,
fine.
of course it's not. Of course
Lorcana's
it's
stuff
terrible.
is the worst
terrible.
No,
quality.
it's not.
Yes,
George, it is
The
MetaZoo
binder
level
is
quality.
fine.
George.
Binders are okay.
No.
Deck boxes are okay.
No.
The sleeves are not
False.
okay.
Fake news.
The deck boxes.
Not true. Not
The
true.
boxes are fine.
Not
They do what
true.
they do.
The
Not
deck
true.
boxes are okay, other than that they are 4 times
They-
overpriced. for
They
what
have
are.
they have
They
sides.
have a license.
All of the sides are enclosed most of the time on the deck boxes.
So I'm going to Disney in November. What should I have the people sign? I have to go get the characters to sign stuff, obviously.
You should have them sign a card. But like the problem with the Lorcana Ultra Pro, whatever, is it Ultra Pro? Yeah. This is gonna be way
Gotta
too
fit on
expensive. This is
I'm
gonna be
about
way
to
too
say, we
expensive.
want to meme it with Ultimate Guard so bad. So we're
No.
gonna screw it
But
up.
I also don't want Don to cut us off, so it's very complicated.
It's gonna be way too expensive. And the other thing is like they can't do characters because there's too many characters in the game. Like, how do you pick the character that defines?
What a horrifically bad
Well-
take that is.
It's
How
not.
do they pick what Pokemon character to put on their binders and stuff?
They
They pick the
choose.
most popular ones.
They choose
choose
Charizard and Pikachu. That's
Right.
it.
That's what they'll do for this. They'll figure
No.
out what set it is. They'll find the most popular characters, and boom, done.
That's not what they've done historically with the sleeves and the deck boxes and everything.
And also the
No,
deck
they've also
box that my
broken
daughter has,
their
that's her
Ultimate
Aladdin
Guard.
deck box. They picked the worst picture of Aladdin ever.
yeah, they have
Not a
not
great
done
choice.
very good.
The
They
only
have
thing they should have
terrible.
done is produce the evil Winnie the Pooh stuff. That is by far the best art of any card
The
game.
evil Winnie the Pooh playmat's underrated.
yeah,
It's
I
the
agree.
best. It's the best art of any game ever.
They have dropped.
Well, okay, slow your roll.
They have dropped the ball in the accessory department mainly by overproducing and overcharging. And
Underproducing, right?
Hold on.
what?
Every game that produces their own stuff drops the ball in the accessory department.
Dude,
'Cause-
Star Wars accessories are so frustrating. I can't tell you how many freaking
The
Star
only
Wars sleeves
there
I
are there
Why?
I
is-
can't believe you. I can't believe they have sleeves for that.
there are
Why do you
entire
not buy
companies
them?
dedicated to accessories. Don't try to make your own. Partner with somebody ASAP.
I don't think that Ultra Pro matters anymore. I don't think
I think it
people want
matters a
Ultra Pro.
ton. This is huge news for Goat Kana. This is like
This
them
This is
turning
the
corner,
most obvious take of all time.
them turning the corner. They're gonna. They already nailed the cards. They nailed the game. They nailed the partners for everything but the boxes and the binders. Coming soon will be the sleeves.
Oh, you just said the boxes and binders were
No,
great.
the deck
previously.
boxes. They need the better deck boxes.
Yeah, you
Now
just
they're
said
gonna
the
get
previous deck boxes and binders were great.
that. They were fine. They were fine. They weren't
Well,
great.
hold
They were
on.
fine.
You,
Now they'll be
you
great
can't
again.
flip flop in the same 30 seconds. If you're
Now
not
they'll
going to
be great
stay true to
again.
your take
Before
for
they were
30
fine,
seconds, none of
they're
this
going
works.
back.
I'm going back to opening Arthurian Legends.
Going back to making they're going back to making them great. This is wonderful news.
This is absolute insanity.
They were fine. Now they're going to be great. We got to get better than this.
The fact that wait, they don't even have sleeves yet, do they? Is it just binders and
It's
deck
just
boxes?
binders and deck boxes. what it
For
says.
now,
What?
I don't know, man. And it's also just the only one they show is purple. So like, who knows?
can I
if they
say I'm a
actually-
little shocked they didn't buy GameGenic? That's what I was kind of waiting for. I'll be honest.
just like
God,
they
that
didn't
stuff's
buy
not
it.
great either, is it?
GameGenic's
GameGenic's
okay.
great.
Yeah,
GameGenic's
That was fine.
for budget. GameGenic's great.
Yeah, but it's
what?
but it's
GameGenic is
fine.
amazing.
No, the
It's
GameGenic
not
deck
you
box-
use?
Hold on, it's not amazing. Otherwise, it wouldn't be for sale.
the sleeves are not very good. They're good.
Sleeves
like,
are okay.
the sleeves are good. Like
That's
bargain
the part that
sleeves.
matters.
No,
No.
everybody uses Dragon Shield. Why would you do anything other than Dragon Shield
Yeah.
or Katana? Like, you're not going to compete.
Well, hold
with
on.
those super-
Everyone uses because you can just partner with Dragon Shield. You're Disney.
Not really.
Oh, we have seen nothing burger
partners-
companies partner with Dragon Shield.
Who
You
partners
can
with
partner
Dragon
with
Shield?
Dragon Shield.
Who partners with Dragon Shield?
Didn't what's it?
Even I know this. This is
Yes.
really embarrassing for you, Louis. This
This
is
This
really
is bad. This is bad.
embarrassing for you.
If you can sell 10,000 boxes, you can partner with Dragon Shield.
Yeah. I went to Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty and Harry Potter. That's
Did you order me one of those South Park buses yet? Remember?
Yeah, I got one free.
Nice.
You definitely did not order one for Josh. That was that shrug.
I got some, but he can have the ones I got for the store.
That follows.
Yeah.
Shout out the homie. Shout out the homie.
Josh matters to me.
Did you forget about? Did you be honest with me? Did you forget about me till this moment?
No.
One. Look at that face. Look at that face.
That was not being honest with me. That's the opposite of what that is.
Of course not. Of course I didn't forget about you. Forget about you.
Anywho, Lorcana now has basically everything they need. They just need a little bit better OP software. I think they can get that soon, though. And they are going to be ready to go top 1 game. Maybe number 2 after MetaZoo. We got to see how that works out, though.
Louis, do you still got your camera pulled up?
No, I don't. I'm not doing this with you guys. I'm gonna open boxes by myself tonight in happiness.
God, you're going to cry over your boxes. Oh, this is so good. This is so fun.
My friends were mean to me.
I pulled 3 Sirs. I think I got a Sir clump.
That's good. That's what you want to hear. A lot of clumps already. That's what you want to hear.
So far, the sample size is.
Who wants to scan here to discover the coolest cards?
Okay, everybody. What is our secret sauce here?
What? We didn't do the MetaZoo topic yet.
All right, what's the MetaZoo topic? Let's go.
I don't know yet. Give me a second.
No, we're not. We're done. That's the MetaZoo topic.
That's the MetaZoo topic. The MetaZoo topic is same as last week. We hope the game doesn't exist anymore.
The Shika Shosh. What's our Shika Shosh?
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So we all know the guy bought a Taylor Swift guitar and smashed it.
Didn't smash it. Hit it with a hammer.
Hit it with a hammer.
It's made like an axe, and you hit it with a hammer. What are you thinking?
Yeah. The fact that you didn't like full rock star smash that guitar, failure.
Yeah.
Who
would have thought somebody who's Tay-Tay would be a complete failure? Ask David Grohl about that. And then it turns out it was not signed by Tay-Tay.
Yeah.
Wait, so she's lying about signed merch?
No, the people that sold it lied about her signing it. She can't control what
I never
people
thought she would do that.
She can't control if
I really didn't think that was in her, but hey, I guess when you really forget about your fans and don't care anymore,
did they
specials
sell it to him with the idea that he would crack it open?
But that's the question. Do you think that happened?
I don't know anything about it. You're the person in charge.
So here's my question. In the history of TCGs, this is a terrible secret sauce. I have nothing this week. In the history of TCGs, what is an item that you would smash?
In the history of TCGs was an item I would smash.
Yeah. Nothing too obvious.
Are we actually playing Smash or Pass right now?
Like unlimited amount of money. What would I smash?
Yeah.
I would take an Alpha Lotus and rip it on camera.
Really?
Yes.
That's the end of your channel, right? Like,
no, that's the start of the new channel. That's the beginning of my channel. Are you kidding me? Ripping an Alpha Lotus?
That short would have 20 trillion views.
Yes. I would make it a regular form video so I could actually make some.
How much is a highly damaged
West Virginia man sets money on fire?
I think an Alpha Lotus is like 25-30 grand for like a damaged Lotus. I'm talking though.
You got to take a nice.
I would rip that right down the middle. It would not be damaged. It would be non-existent.
You need to get
no. I'm saying like you could buy a damaged one, then rip it though.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
You know how many views I would have to get 30 grand back?
I have no idea how any of this stuff works. I'll be honest with you.
Like,
I don't know if my channel
level views.
That's a lie. I know my channel has not made 30 grand.
I know your channel hasn't made 30 grand.
So more than what I have.
Yeah.
Wait, how many views would you have to get?
I think you'd have to get like in the 40 to 50 million view range.
Of millions.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah. It's just not
it seems like a lot for us.
It's Mr. Beast
a lot
level.
for anybody.
I think that's Mr. Beast level views. For like
Wait, for a single video to make that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, Josh, how about you? What do you do?
I would just rip every MetaZoo card right in front of you.
What was that? What was that?
Just right in front of you.
Mike, you are shaken by Garfield ditching your dead card game and going on to the new one.
Just for fun.
George, what would you rip?
Every Genesis card ever.
We can make that happen for like $15.
Assad knows why.
We can make that. Wait. Hold on. Should that be the goal of the channel?
No. No.
Let's rip every Genesis card that exists.
No. There's 3 people who would watch that content.
And they're on this podcast.
Views. Louis' video would definitely get the most views. All right, so let's do a different one. Josh, what would you rip or destroy to get you the most views?
Oh,
I mean,
just in general?
Oh, first edition Charizard.
No. Well, okay.
To get the most views because
I'm going to the Declaration of Independence.
Oh wait, not TCG related?
Yeah, it was what would you rip in general, right? Like it was.
I meant TCGs, but we can do anything you want.
No, I thought it was like if you had to damage something.
People.
If you had to damage
World Star proves, man.
That seems like you would get banned for that. I would rip the Declaration of Independence. I mean, they made a whole movie about stealing
I think
it.
you might get banned for ripping an original Declaration of Independence.
Hold on.
I'm going to go on a limb here.
Can we break down that statement?
Love that.
An original Declaration of Independence? I think it's the original.
If they can make an entire movie with Nicolas Cage, make millions of dollars about trying to steal it, imagine how much one guy ripping it could make.
If they don't send the Pinkertons after you rip the Declaration of Independence, I've lost all faith in humanity.
If we rip the Declaration of Independence, does that make us back dependent?
Oh, interesting. It's like a moment in time.
Yeah,
I like that.
It deletes it. Okay, wait. If you could delete one moment of time in all of history,
My birth.
that moment where you open that Arthurian Legends box.
I would delete this entire podcast. That's all right.
Well,
Sorry,
okay,
Nick,
can you pinpoint the second you met George? Because I think that kicked all this off.
The streaming where they come up with the title of this video.
The what?
The stream where they came up with the title of this podcast.
Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. I'm gonna end this for the viewers so that they can click
You're
away.
just gonna go open Arthurian Legends and cry to yourself. You can just be honest with us.
Have a great day, everybody. Go subscribe to Josh's channel if he still cares about that. Go watch George.
I'm really trying, man. This is just the best I can do.
That's not being kind, Louis.
And remember to be kind to the people around you. May the zoo be with you.
And also with Arthurian Legends and the clumping.